We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 22, Christian.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
To DJ Moore.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
56 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
For the Browns.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Shifts past him at the 45. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Dancing to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Slide for the Panther field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. 36.
From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 14-yard line.
6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Panthers 6, Browns nothing.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And this is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty.
Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
22.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
The score, Panthers 13, Browns 7. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Browns 14, Panthers 13.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And some room to work. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a BAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, Mayfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
to number 83. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Right there, 56. In your face.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Browns 21, Panthers 19.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, Not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The pass.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
DJ Moore. It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Gronkowski, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey, and he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
To kick off for Carolina.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people are focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Mayfield.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, that's good. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, run. You gonna take. Hey, alert. You gonna take right there. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Hey, Mike.
And again, it's Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Panthers 18-yard line.
56. Here we go, D.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check right, check right. Mike 51, Mike 51.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. Flushed out right. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Right there, 56. Switch up.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nick Chubb, the
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 4.
Regular. Not today. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the night. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And the lead is up to 5.
Good. Makes the score Panthers 33, Browns 28. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
On the play brings up 2nd down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. The throw over the middle taken in. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and long for Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10.
27-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Third and 2.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
King. Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. He's got it. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.